Hey Soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Claire Renee. If you're new to my channel, welcome. There's plenty to see here. I'm a musician. I like to post lifestyle stuff. Sometimes I just like to chat about stuff. Today is all about opening our chakras. So I tend to do this practice when I'm feeling off, or I've had like a weird week, or maybe like a really funky day, and I'm like, wait, my energy is just not right, or something is off, or something is blocked. So from the root to our crown chakra, we will be focusing with each pose on a different chakra until we get to the end. Hopefully you feel a bit more open, ready to surrender, ready to receive, and a little more balanced. Today you will need a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, totally fine. You can grab a couch cushion, that works really well, or some pillows around the house. Also, 2 blocks. I'll be using 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, I would suggest maybe finding some nice thick books that you can use to help support you in some of these poses as well. Hop on your mat and I'll meet you there. So we're going to get started by just welcoming ourselves to the mat, taking a moment to just drop in. You saw me moving the fleshy parts of my buttocks to really access my sit bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Your hands can be placed on the knees. And just start connecting to your breath. A few deep inhales. Nice long exhales. This is the perfect time to start to set a specific intention for this practice today. Or maybe you just want to go along with the intention that I set, which is to open up our chakras, or to maybe balance out any chakra that might be a little off or unbalanced. Really take your time here to first thank yourself for showing up, ready to take care of not only your body, but your mind and your spirit, as they are all intertwined, especially with a specific type of practice like today. We are focused on our chakras. Slowly open your eyes if they were closed, and start to make your way to deer pose. We're going to start with the right leg in front, trying to get that right leg perpendicular to the front of the mat, that left foot going horizontally with the mat. Both feet are flexed. And just twisting your upper body towards that right knee. Now you can stay in this position and it be totally fine. And if you would like to, you can grab your bolster or your cushion, whatever you're using today, and gently start to walk your hands out, still facing towards the right knee, and going for a bit of a deeper sensation, a deeper stretch, letting the head rest, letting the chest rest on your bolster. Remembering to stay connected to your breath. Start to notice any areas that might tense up. Maybe trying to release any tension that comes up in the face, the jaw, the shoulders. Gently walk your hands up slowly if you were on your bolster. And take a moment for yourself. Get yourself set up to do the same pose on the other side, left leg in front, twisting towards the left side, keeping the chest open. If you're staying up, bringing that bolster in front of you on that left side before you start to walk your hands out. If you do choose to rest your head in your chest. So here, if you couldn't tell, we are definitely focused on our root chakra. And our root chakra, it helps us feel more grounded, abundant, and secure when it's balanced and open. It's tied to our culture, the physical world, our safety, our survival, our self-preservation. So just be mindful of that as you stay connected to where you're sending your breath here. And go ahead, just like before, slowly walk your hands back if you were on your bolster. And from here, we are going to make our way onto hands and knees. And we're going to bring that right foot in between the hands and find our baby dragon. So that back foot is on the mat, letting that left hip surrender to gravity and let it just fall. Trying your best to keep the chest open. If you do need your blocks here, placing one block under each hand, you can find what level works for you. If you need just a little help or a little more support while holding this pose, it's totally okay. And if you feel comfortable to do so, maybe find Twisted Dragon here for our last few really deep breaths in this asana. If you want to hold Baby Dragon, please do. But if you are taking Twisted Dragon, you're taking that right hand to that back foot, leaning into that left hand for support, opening up that right shoulder as if you're trying to get that right shoulder towards the ceiling. You don't want it to drop down towards the mat. Doing your best to keep the chest open, try not to go concave. This is really great as we focus on the sacral chakra. And take a moment for yourself, shake it out, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, bringing that left foot in between your hands. Get comfortable finding the pose first. Move around a bit until you feel comfortable. Maybe grab those blocks to place underneath the hands if you need a bit more support here. Remember, we don't want to have to fidget or fight or have any kind of shallow breathing when we are in our asanas with Yin Yoga. As we focus on the sacral chakra, remember that you're sending your breath below the navel, around that womb area for our women out there. This is an area, a chakra related to our relationships and emotions and creativity and our sexuality. So when it feels a bit more open and balanced, you feel a bit more comfortable with your sexuality, a little more inspired to create or to go after your goals and dreams, and you feel a lot more connected to not only yourself but to others. Now, once again, you have the option to stay where you are already, or you can go ahead and try Twisted Dragon, taking that left hand, grabbing that right foot, opening up that left shoulder, opening up the chest nice and wide, leaning into that right hand and arm for support, doing your best to keep the shoulders away from the ears, staying connected to the breath. Remember, what area are you sending your breath? Gently come out of the asana, letting that back foot drop slowly. Taking a moment here before we find ourselves on our backs. Bringing the knees towards your chest. And just a simple lying spinal twist. We send those knees over to the right side, stacked on top of each other. Opening up the arms. You can do cactus arms or just have the arms spread out straight across, whatever you're comfortable with. looking either straight up at the ceiling, or you can look over that left shoulder. Here you are just relaxing, focused on the solar plexus, which when it's open and it feels good, we feel more confident, we feel worthy of respect, we feel super capable. This is in connection and relationship with ourselves. It's associated with our self-esteem, our willpower, our determination. And it's the area now above the navel. So as you breathe, maybe breathe deeper into the stomach area. Maybe big belly breaths will feel really nice here. And gently come out of the pose. Use your core to help you get those knees back to the center. And then we're going to do the same thing. Take the legs over to that left side. Arms outstretched. We're in cactus. Looking over that right shoulder or towards the ceiling. Closing the eyes. This should feel really good on that low back. Go ahead and send the knees back to the center. Shake it out for a second. And we're gonna grab our blocks here. We're gonna set ourselves up to open up this heart chakra in supported fish. Now, if you can see how I've set up the blocks, the one underneath my back is horizontal. The one under my head is perpendicular. And I'm gonna do butterfly pose today, but you can just stretch the legs out in front of you if you much prefer that. Whatever you choose today, just make a choice. Remember to stay connected to that breath. Arms can be nice and wide. Really feel that chest opening. This feels so nice to just open up the pecs and the chest and really focus on what's going on with our heart chakra. Is it blocked off? Does it feel closed off? If so, really take this time to just open up, surrender to the moment. Close your eyes. Instead of belly breaths here, maybe you want to focus on really feeling the rise and fall of our chest with every inhale and exhale. This chakra allows us to relate and empathize with each other. It's associated a lot with our gratitude and our love and our forgiveness and how we choose to do that. And when it's open and balanced, you just feel better. You feel open to love, open to receive love. You just feel a lot of compassion for other beings, which is so important. We're all going through something. Every person we come across has a fight we know nothing about going on personally or inside. Take your time coming out of this pose. If you were in butterfly, gently bring the knees back together. Tuck the chin as you roll up out of this pose. Set aside one block, and we're gonna come back down to our backs. Lift up the hips for bridge pose, and then go ahead and slide that block underneath your sacrum. I'm just taking it up another level. You can totally do that, or leave the block flat like it was. Keep the feet on the ground, or if you feel so inclined like me, you can come into waterfall. Just great for our blood flow, sending energy and blood towards our throat chakra. So if you feel closed off here, you usually feel like you can't say what you need to say, or you can't express yourself well. So what we're focused on here is trying to open up that throat. This helps with our ability to communicate well with others, to speak our truth, our self-expression, our discernment, and how honest we are. So we really want this to feel strong, open, and balanced, because it allows us to speak our mind. It allows us to speak our heart. And funny enough, it allows us to listen a lot better to others as well. So let those feet dangle if you have them in the air like I do, or keep the feet planted on the mat if this is just a little too much for you. Just keep yourself in bridge pose with a little bit of support from that block. Be gentle as you come out of waterfall if you are there. Just gently get the feet towards the mat. Lift the hips up so you can remove the block, and then gently come back down flat onto our backs. Take a moment here before you start to slowly roll up to sitting. Your legs are going to be stretched in front of you. Go ahead and find those sit bones so you can sit up nice and tall. I'm going to grab a block here. This is totally optional. And I'm just placing it in between my legs. My legs are about hip width apart. I'm walking the hands out in front of me, finding a stretch in our back body. But I'm also resting my head here on the block, just so I can feel comfortable in the neck. Remember, we're not trying to force our stretch here. So if you're trying to reach your toes or reach as far as possible and it's uncomfortable or it's painful, pull back. If you feel like your breathing is shallow, pull back a little. Here, we're just focused on that third eye chakra. It really governs our insight, even our psychic abilities, our intuition, awareness, imagination, our wisdom. So we always want to keep that open. They always say keep your third eye open. And it's true. We're better able to tap into our intuition and trust it. And we're also able to move in a way where we can see the bigger picture a lot more easy. Sometimes when it's blocked off or it's not balanced, we just see the short term, or we want the quick fix, or we want the instant validation and gratification. Take your time walking your hands back, gently rolling up the spine. The last thing up is your head. You can go ahead and move your blocks. You don't need your bolster here, but I thought it would feel nice underneath my knees. You can do the same if you'd like, or just no props at all. Just lay nice and flat on the back, opening up the arms. Just take up some space. Don't be afraid to take up space in life and in your practice on this mat. Close your eyes or soften your gaze if closing your eyes is uncomfortable. Shoulders are away from the ears. Focusing on that energy at the top of our heads, our crown chakra. When you first got on the mat till now, are there any different sensations, feelings? Do you feel deeper connected or open in certain areas? Just do a little body scan here. Tension out of your jaw. Softness of the tongue inside the mouth. Tension out of the forehead, out of the hands, out of the shoulders, out of the neck. When we are balanced in our crown chakra, we just feel more peaceful, at bliss. We feel connected to the universe, our spirituality, a sense of enlightenment. So now's a good time to really connect to your breath. Maybe a box breath. Maybe you take 3 or 4 counts to inhale, hold at the top, exhale, and hold at the bottom. Maybe you just stay connected to the rise and the fall that you feel with every inhale and exhale. This is where I will leave you. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next video. Feel free to stay in Savasana for as long as you need to. Namaste.